Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be some pickups I got at the end of 2023. But first, I've got a shout out for you. So I was contacted on Instagram by Andrew Smith, and he got in touch and he said, "Have you seen a channel called 42nd Street Forever?" And I said I hadn't at that point. I got it confused with a different channel. So he said, "Take a look at this channel." So I went over, had a look at this channel, and I said, "This is absolutely brilliant." This guy is doing everything that I like. He's got a load of Vinegar Syndrome releases. He's got Mad Comics, which is brilliant. He's got a really sort of retro feel to his channel. And I think that a lot of people at this point are getting really into this, including myself, are getting into all this retro stuff, just looking back and just talking about things that used to be. It's just all about that sort of thing. I think as collectors, yes, you can move forward. I love to see what's coming out. I love to build my collection, but also I like to look back and see what was like before, so it made you what you are, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I'm going to leave a link down below to 42nd Street Forever and urge you to get across there because this guy is really engaging. I spoke to him a couple of times in comments, and I think he's going to have a really great channel. Apparently, he had a little bit of bad health recently, and he had a YouTube channel before, but now he's going to come back and he's going to try it all again. So I'm, for one, I'm really enjoying his content. So that's a big shout out for 42nd Street Forever, and thanks to Andrew Smith for telling me about that channel. Cheers, mate. Also, speaking about retro, I was going through the cupboard just there before, and I found a couple of books. I found this one here, A Pictorial History of Horror Movies. You probably know it from a different cover. If I find the cover online, I'll put it up there. And this is an amazing book. What I'll do is I'll save this for another video. I'm going to go through this at a bit more length. I'm going to go like overhead and show you what's actually in these books. And this one here I found as well. Not too sure of the date as we speak. I'll put it up there if I can find it out. Brilliant book. And like I say, I found this one as well. This is from 1983. This is an amazing book here. Look at that. Young Frankenstein on the back. Great. So I'll show them off on a different video and I'll go through them in a bit more length. But these things here, as well as my other one, I used to look at these all the time. Got such a nostalgic feeling about them. Actually, when I had a brief flick through them, especially this one, it's got a lot more up-to-date horror movies in it. And it's got some really good movies that I probably found out maybe about some of the video nasties before they were video nasties in this book. Yeah. So that'll be coming up on a different video. So before I get to my last pickups of 2023, I want to talk quickly about channel membership to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is it's $1.99 a month to join. Now, what I've looked into, and I haven't set it up, it's not live yet, but it will be live pretty soon. What you would get for your $1.99, it'll be $1.99 forever. It doesn't matter what goes on there, you'll never pay more than that. I was going to set up a Patreon, but I don't know anything about that. I don't really know anything about the memberships, but what I want the memberships to be is, say for instance, yours is somebody who wants to chat. You can do live streams on there because I had to find that one out. So I can set a live stream up with me. I'll get other YouTubers on. I don't know why I'm pointing over there as if there's one sitting in the corner. All right, mate? So, yeah, so you can have like access to like one-to-one chats. It'll be the best thing about it is it'll never be on YouTube. It'll be always kept offline. Anyone who has a membership can see these things. You can join in. There will be a stream, say for instance, there'll be streams where you can talk to me, another member, another YouTuber, and we can have chats. You can chat about anything. And I think because these aren't getting monetized, they're not going to be out in the public domain. So you can kind of say anything you want to. I believe I'm right in thinking that whatever I put in there, it doesn't matter. So maybe I can put stuff on when I talk about things and you saw things that are well, I don't think they're explicit, but YouTube does. Maybe those things can fly under the radar. So if I want to show a collection of which has got stuff, which I've got to block out for YouTube, I can maybe put it on there. And also, if you join in the live chat with me and somebody else, you could maybe even be somebody who takes the reins. You could be the person who does the live stream, and we join in. It's going to be it's like a membership, but I'm going to class it as like it's like a club. It's going to be somewhere where we, like-minded people, can go chat. There's going to be no problems about anything. There's going to be no problems about trolls or anything because no one's going to say it apart from us. we are going to be the ones in charge, and we are going to be putting the stuff out that we want to look at. So we can take requests. I can take requests and say, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. We can do stuff like that. And hopefully I can, I don't swear on the channel here. I'm not going to say it's going to be triple X rated, but it can be somewhere where you can speak freely just between yourselves. And it's not something that's going to be kind of policed by anybody like YouTube and the bots. You don't have to join forever. You just join monthly, I think. I think that's how it works out. And I'm interested to chat with people. Say if you want to chat with somebody, but sometimes you haven't got the time to sort of go through everything, like messages. I try to answer as many as I can, but sometimes you can't get to everybody, or you got to get them a bit later than you would want to. Maybe if somebody's, I'm saying you've got to pay $1.99 to talk to us, I'm not saying that, but maybe the benefit of that is you can ask me anything whenever you want, whenever I do these sort of streams or anything that's going to happen in this channel. So it's still early stages in me sort of mind, but it's something that I've been thinking about for a couple of months, and I do want to sort of start this off to be like you can start about music. You can maybe put the music things on. You can put actually bits of music on there instead of just talking about and saying, no, I can't play the songs, I can't show these pictures, I can't show this video. I'm hoping that I can put anything I want on there. That's just me guessing at the minute. It might be that you can't put music stuff on there, but the fact it doesn't go out to anybody, as opposed to us, there's nobody going to see it. There's nobody going to make any money off it. So that means that you can do that. And like I say, if you're a person who's thinking about getting a YouTube channel and you want to do this kind of try before you buy, you can go on there, see what you look like on camera, see how you react with people. Maybe people can give you advice by saying, maybe you want to try this, maybe you want to try that. You can speak to us about, like me and whoever's there, you can speak to us about how we do it, what we think about it, what are the pros and cons. So anybody's free to join. It'll be a warm, welcoming community, friends amongst friends. There'll be nothing else than that. It'll just be somewhere where you can go and have a laugh, have a good chat, because that's what it's about, having fun. Nothing else. YouTube is fun, and that's it to me. Nothing else. I don't think of it as anything bar having fun. I love these videos. I love making them. I love having fun. I love meeting people. It's great. And I would like to think that who are sitting, maybe how I was maybe a couple of years ago, thinking, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how you actually think of this. I don't know how you produce that. Well, we could all get together and tell everybody things that they want to know. Perhaps, this is just a fledgling idea. So anyway, thanks for listening to this bit because I went rambled on a little bit, but I just wanted to get that out there to everybody who's listening. So keep an eye for more details on that, and it'll be definitely going live before the end of the month. So first up for $4.99 from HMV, I got Grindhouse Classics Trailer Classics, Volume 4. I've got the other ones over there. These are amazing. It says you get 55 trailers, and these are crazy trailers. When you put them on, I've seen quite a few, and when you look through them, but some of these ones are just so good. And when you watch these trailers, you think immediately, I need to see this movie. This is how these are great for just putting on. Now, when you put one of these on, it says 55 trailers, and I think it's on for quite a length of time. But when you watch these ones, you think, I'll just watch another one. I'll watch another one. Before you know it, you watch the whole lot. You can get lost in these ones, which is great. Imagine if you had a channel that just showed these. There probably is ones on YouTube, maybe, and you just showed these forever. I would sit and watch these all day. They're so moreish, and you get some really good recommendations for these ones. So these are quite essential. Yes, it's only a DVD. I'm saying only a DVD, but the quality on some of these trailers is awful. So it doesn't matter. It's the fact it's on DVD or Blu Ray or 4K. It's irrelevant, really. The fact that they're on this disc is good enough for me, and especially for $4.99, you cannot argue with that, can you? So that's Grindhouse Trailer Classics Volume 4. Next up, I went across to the 4K section because I've been looking at these ones to get on 4K forever, and they've never been in the sale up until now. So first up in the 2 for £30 sale, I've got John Wick Chapter 4. Me and the Debs went to see this at the cinema and we loved it. We loved all the John Wick movies. They're absolutely brilliant for me. Now, I'm going to do a top 10 movies for 2023. And I was thinking, should I put a separate one for going for the movies of 2023 and the movies I've seen in 2023, probably first time watches. So what I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a top 10 of the movies from 2023 that I saw. I think I saw 10 or maybe 8, and I'll rank them. And where will this one sit? You know, because we love this one. I think we liked every movie that we saw, you know, mostly in 2023 at the cinema. But this movie here, it looks absolutely sensational in 4K. I knew it would because the other ones do look good. I think for me personally, at this moment, I think I liked the third one the best. But that's just, you know, it could change. We're going to watch these ones all again. This one's a long movie, but it doesn't feel like a long movie. I really enjoy this movie. I hope there's more. There might not be, but who knows? If they can make more, I'm on board. So that's John Wick Chapter 4. So the other one I got in the 2 for £30 sale is another movie from 2023. It is Evil Dead Rise. Now I knew I had to get this with slipcover. I've got all the other ones nearly with slipcovers. I think they're there. I love this franchise. It's one of the best franchises out there. It's horror franchises. I think they're all great. Now I did go through a phase when I thought that the remake of the Evil Dead 2013 one, I thought it was horrendous and awful. Now my good friend Michael Witchy, I'll leave a link to his channel down below. He said that this is a special edition one there. It's a longer cut, so he gave me that one. I thought was brilliant. I don't know if you can get it in the UK yet. I'm not too sure about that. But if you didn't like the remake, 2013 remake or reinvention, and you want to give it another go, try and get that extended cut. It's really good. It changes the movie around. I don't know how it does it, but I thought originally it was just a joke, but this one was like a great movie. I'm trying to get the Debs to watch it. She loves the Evil Dead franchise, but she won't touch that with a barge pole. And I says, "What about this? No way." So I went to see this with my son at the cinema. I'll do the ranking, tell you where this would sit in the top 10 or the top 8 or whatever. But I knew I had to get this on 4K. Now, this movie is really dark. I remember seeing it at the cinema and I said to my son, who wasn't really interested, I said, this has got to be a good 4K because if they don't show the darkness on the 4K, it would look practically, unwatchable. But I'm glad to report that it actually you can see in the darkness. It's got a brilliant HD on here. The black levels are really good. It needs to be because this movie is shot like basically in darkness for most of the movie. But can't get enough of this movie or this franchise. I really hope that they go ahead. I do think they're probably going to go maybe for separate stories because the Evil Dead, the remake, and this one are kind of separate stories, and they can go just into different worlds or stories or whatever. I'd like to see Ash come back. If he doesn't come back, they can carry on doing this. I think this one could probably get a sequel. I don't know. But this one, as a horror movies go, is one of the best ones I've seen in the cinema for quite a while. It's so gory as well. And it's great to see a really good new horror film with tons of gore in it at the cinema. So that's The Evil Dead Rise. So next up, I've got an unboxing for you. Now, this is going to be an unboxing for my good friend Paul Mahon. He sent this across to me over Christmas. So, nurse, scalpel, thank you very much. Tons of these in. Paul has stuck a sticker in there for me. I love these stickers. This is a sticker for Severin. Great company. So, what Paul has very generously sent to me is 12. Oh, look at that cover. 12 Angry Men. And this is the 4K. Can you believe it? It's got a 4K and a special features Blu Ray. Now, this is a great company there. Film Treasures. Paul must have, I think he ordered two by mistake, and that's why he sent me one over. This is amazing. I love that cover. So, again, nurse scalpel, and let's get this shrink wrap off. Now, obviously, I do this to the best way I can do it. It just keeps these a little bit more kind of protected. I know I can put these in the great colours I've got from Dave Ramsey. But for me, this is the best way, cheaply, obviously, to keep these in tip-top condition. And don't forget, maybe down the line, you might want to take the shrink wrap off. You can take the shrink wrap off, and then you're left with a pristine slip. So either way, it's a winner. Henry Fonda, 12 Angry Men, directed by Sidney Lumet. Got some special features there, just show you now. This movie's in black and white, I know that. And I'm really interested to see what this movies in black and white on 4K. There's something about them that just look much better. I can't describe how they do, but they do. So I just want to thank my good friend Paul Mahon and Teresa for sending this across to me. This is such a brilliant movie. Now, This will probably go into my top 10 of first time watches for 2023, but where will it go? We'll find that out soon. This is a movie that I think everybody should watch. The cast in here is unbelievable. I do know quite a few of these people. Every time they come on the screen, they will say, I know him from somewhere. And I'll say, yeah, that's such and such, but I know him from somewhere. Where's he from? And some of the people, there's a old guy in here who's sometimes you feel that some of these people at 12 might be a bit fillers. This old fella in here is absolutely sensational. He's one of the best in this whole, but everyone in this has his sort of like time to shine. It's such a good movie. But where will it sit in the top 10? Now, I just want to say that this movie looks stupendous, and this is such a good release by Kino Lorber. And if you can't find it, if you haven't got the chance to get it, do get it because I highly, highly, highly recommend this movie in both the way it looks and the both the movie itself. The movie has got some grain in it. It's keeping its grain, but that's great because it keeps the sharpness of it. So do expect a fine level of grain through this movie, but it looks pin sharp, and that's what it's all about. So big thanks to Paul and Teresa once again for helping me out with this one. It was such a surprise to hear when you said, "Would you like this?" And I'm like, wow. So you watched it when we got it, we watched it immediately because I said to Deborah, what do you think about this? And she said, yep, because she likes a bit of this courtroom drama. So the big shout out to Paul and Teresa, that's 12 Angry Men. So my last pickup in 2023 from HMV was Mausoleum. I saw people getting this and I thought, I have got to get this one. And actually, I was going to order it offline. And I was just, when I was walking through, when I got these movies that I've just shown you, I saw this out of the corner of my eye and I thought, I don't believe it. So I pounced on it. And this movie looks sensational. The packaging here, the whole thing is just amazing. I do take my hat off to Treasured Films for actually doing this. They've got a big booklet in here, and in the booklet you can see all the region 3, the section 3 video nasties were. This is just such a great, absolutely brilliant and essential sort of thing to have. If you want to go for the section, any video nasty, pick this one up because it's a strange title for them to do. It's not one that jumps out immediately. I mean, I had this on pre-cert. The pre-cert was one of the ones that used to see on the shelves. I do remember getting the pre-cert, and I thought when I watched it, I thought that wasn't my cup of tea. But that was way back when, and it was probably cut as well. So this is obviously fully uncut, and the presentation, everything about is spectacular. Cover on here and the box and everything. Treasured Films are doing a really good job of this, and this is a welcome addition to the Section 3 video nasties. And speaking of video nasties, hopefully, I will keep saying this, but hopefully this month, me and Nigel get back to making the next video nasty live stream. And also, I do want you to go and check out, because I've just started checking out, I know that Nigel has put his own version of what the Section 1 video nasties are. And he's done like hour-long episodes and goes through them. Like I think there's 3 of them. I'm halfway through episode 2. I know he's done, but in the past 2 weeks. I urge you, I'll leave a link down to number 1, section 1, video 1 down below. I urge you to get across and check them out because I'm having such a blast. Nigel's got a great way of talking about these movies, as you know from my live streams. And like I say, hopefully this month, I keep saying it, but I really do think this month is going to be the month where we can get this back on track and start making these again because I have such a good blast. Now, getting back to this membership thing, hopefully, I haven't asked Nigel about this yet, but I would imagine Nigel will be up for it. Now, as you know, Nigel's no holds barred, so I would imagine he'd be just the same on these videos, but it's just between us lot. We're just having a laugh. We're not bothering anybody. So for me, I don't understand why this would cause any problems with YouTube in any way. So that's why another thing why I think this would be a good idea to do. We can have a no holds barred chat or just laugh or just whatever. And it's something we want to do, not something you kind of, the rules in YouTube and you've got to stick to them. I understand that. But this might be a time where you could just be not that much like bothered by the red tape, if that makes any sense. So anyway, please get over and check out that YouTube channel I was talking about, the 42nd Street Forever. Brilliant channel. If you're into Vinegar Syndrome and all this type of stuff, you will love it. It's so retro, it's unreal. And for me, at the moment, I'm really into this retro kick. It's just fantastic to relive this with everybody in here. Really enjoying it. And yeah, so a big thanks to Paul Mahon and Teresa for helping me out with that 4K of 12 Angry Men, which was one of the best movies I've seen last year. And don't forget, there'll be a couple of like rankings of my 2023 movies. So there you go. So thanks for watching. You take care, especially you, Paul and Teresa, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.